In 2025, every business owner has access to AI video tools. They can generate high quality videos in seconds. So here's the reality. If you're creative and all you're selling is just videos or content, you're unfortunately now becoming a commodity. Color grading, AI does it in one click. Jump cuts, automated. B-roll, AI just does it for you now. And your $2,000 video, business owners can do it themselves for $20 per month. But here's the plot twist. The more AI floods the market with just soulless content, the more valuable you become. If you position yourself in the right way and learn how to harness its power to deliver more value. Because while everyone's racing to the bottom with the same videos and photos produced by low-level creatives, smart videographers are using AI to charge $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 upfront. Now, what's the difference? They stopped selling just videos and started selling a solution. They started selling a transformation. I'm Julian Corzo, and I've personally helped over 125 videographers and video business owners over the last 15 months on a one-on-one basis. And majority of them were just grinding out wedding videos, real estate videos, or corporate videos before actually working with me. They were stuck and burnt out, and they really didn't have any clarity because I was exactly the same. You see, 3 to 4 years ago, I was a videographer shooting everything and anything that I could make money from. I was shooting weddings, I was shooting real estate videos, I was shooting corporate videos, but I was also stuck and I also hit a roadblock. But the biggest thing that changed for me was I stopped selling just videos and content and I sold a solution instead. And all the videographers that we're working with now, they're charging upfront fees and working with businesses who actually need their help. And we did it by combining AI with something no algorithm or regular business owner can replicate. And that is strategic thinking and human connection. Today, I'm showing you exactly how to use AI to become the videographer's client can't afford not to hire. We're talking brand strategy, content systems, ad creatives that print money, and AI appointment setters that work for you and for your clients while you sleep. And here's the crazy part. I guarantee you already have everything that you need. Watch and I'll show you what I mean. So let's dive into the first way you can use AI to transform your business, which is creating a high-level brand strategy in minutes instead of days. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, I talk a lot about from just being a vendor to becoming a revenue partner. Now, if you don't know the difference, here's the difference. A vendor gets hired to complete a task, like edit this video, shoot this event, and deliver it by Friday. And excuse my dog, he's being super loud. You're basically just a line item on their expense report. Replaceable, forgettable, just another cost. A revenue partner gets hired to grow their business. You're not just editing videos, you're creating assets that generates leads. You're not shooting content, you're building systems that print money. You see, you sit at the strategy table, not just the kids table. A vendor's mindset is, here's your video, that'll be $2,000. A revenue partner's mindset is, this video system will generate you 20 qualified leads per month. Now, before AI was a thing, we would have to spend days researching competitors, hours analyzing market trends, weeks to understand industry dynamics, and hire contractors or outside consultants to help us create the actual strategies. And majority of videographers can't afford the time or money to do that. So, I mean, that's why they just stay as vendors. But the beautiful thing about AI is that you can deliver Fortune 500 level strategic insights in literally under an hour. Well, maybe not Fortune 500. I wouldn't know because I've never worked for a Fortune 500 company, but I have talked to high-level CMOs before and they use similar strategies. So here's how you can create a super in-depth strategy in literally just minutes. So I had ChatGPT just create me like an onboarding pretty much. Like I basically told it, hey, pretend you're a roofing business located in South Florida. Give me all the information I need, X, Y, and Z. So because what we do is we take the client's information, as much information as we can possibly get. We create a new chat and then I basically write this based off of the client's information. Boom. And then I'm gonna write this prompt. I'm gonna copy and paste this. Analyze my client's onboarding form and then follow the 3 steps below, super in depth. And then I'm just gonna analyze the roofing industry, and then I'm gonna have it analyze all 3 of these things. Perfect. Now we actually have templates already built out. Like we have custom GPTs that we run all this information to help us create the actual strategy. So if you want access to that, just click the link down below. It's actually from our program and I'll give it to you for free. But this is me just literally doing this in like 3 minutes, right? So like look how much information we can actually do. So what we wanna do is we wanna utilize the deep research feature. Perfect. And then we click go. And then it's gonna tell us to ask us a few more questions. Let's focus mainly on winning roofing businesses nationwide. When I mean winning, I mean winning on social media. Let's focus on Instagram and TikTok. Give me conversion rates that other roofing businesses are seeing on average. So you answer those questions, and then it's going to start doing the research. Now, this research will probably take like 10 to 15 minutes. You now have access to all of this information that literally took less than 30 minutes to create. And you can now use it to create high-level strategies that majority of videographers can provide. Not even videographers, majority of marketing agencies. You see, the more value that you provide, the more impact you can make. And the more impact you can make, well, the more money you make. And a big tip, you want to transfer all of their information and create a custom GPT for that specific client. You can even add their tone of voice for the GPT so it knows exactly how your client speaks and writes. Just make sure you prompt it well. I have a video here on YouTube showing you exactly how to create custom GPTs. Now let's move on to number 2. Now here's where things get really interesting. Most videographers are using AI completely wrong when it comes to just content creation, whether it's for themselves, but also for clients. They go to ChatGPT and they write me video scripts talking about marketing. And then ChatGPT spits out the most generic garbage thing that you've ever seen. It literally sounds like every other boring video out there. But we use AI a little bit differently. You see, we want to make content that actually moves the needle forward for ourselves, but also for our clients. So we use it as our strategic partner. We call it our co-pilot to create content that actually converts. So here's my exact process for creating content that converts. First, what we want to do is we want to dig into the business's problems. We want to figure out the bottlenecks. Where do prospects drop off? What questions do sales teams hear the most? What objections are killing the deals? What content will move the prospect faster through the actual funnel? And all you really need to do for this is just to have a 1-hour call with the business owner and then use a software called Fireflies to record the whole thing. Then you paste the transcript of the recording into the custom GPT that you created for the client, and then you're going to prompt it like this. Analyze this call and figure out the main problems and bottlenecks. Then create 10 video concepts that 1. Address each major sales objection, 2. Accelerate decision making, and 3. Generates qualified leads. So now you're delivering more than just content. You're delivering something that's actually going to move the needle forward in their business. And that's the big difference between being just a vendor who makes videos, who asks the client, hey, what type of videos do you want? And a revenue partner who uses AI and video to deliver a very valuable solution. So let's keep going. Now, this is where you really separate yourself from every other videographer out there. You see, most videographers deliver the final video and just disappear. Hey, here's your video, good luck. Leaving your clients to try and figure it out all for themselves. I remember one of my clients paid me around $7,000 to make them a few corporate videos. And I went all out on production. Like, the videos looked phenomenal. And I delivered it to them, and basically that's it. And what they did was they literally just posted it on their website and YouTube, and after a few years, it only has like 98 views. And I literally have no idea what ROI I generated for that client, which is a problem because if somebody is paying you $7,000, they definitely want some kind of return, because if they don't, then they're not going to come back and work with you. But if I knew what I knew now and I leveraged AI, I would have turned that $7,000 investment into far more. So let me show you 3 AI tools that transform you from a one and done vendor to an ongoing revenue partner. So the first one is 11 Labs. This is how we test multiple different ads at scale and with ease. You see, what you can do is you can clone the founder's voice, create 20 different hooks in literally just minutes, test different pain points, and then you scale what converts. This is one of the best strategies for local businesses, in my opinion. Instead of having to go to your clients every single week to shoot content because maybe content just really isn't performing, or maybe the ads aren't performing, you can literally utilize all of the existing footage that you already have and then just create ads using the owner's voiceover. Here's a quick example.
Homeowners in Boca Raton, transform your garage with professional epoxy flooring this new year. We've transformed over 100 floors this year alone and are rated 5 stars on Google. Epoxy is durable, easy to clean, and available in a variety of finishes. Our epoxy floors are the upgrade your space needs this year. Don't miss your chance to join the hundreds of happy customers. If you want a free custom quote, click the link down below and fill out your information.
This allows you to test so many different styles with literally no extra effort. And that video that I just showed you was the 6th iteration. And we were able to test so rapidly because all we really did is we used the existing footage that we had. And the only thing that we changed was the actual voiceover in the script. We were testing out just different angles and different hooks. And once we found the winner, well, we just scaled that. So instead of me having to go to that client every single week to just shoot new ads, I just used 11 Labs and the existing footage that I had to find the winner, and then we scaled that. So the next tool tool is VEO3 and Runway. So we also use this for rapid concept testing, because why spend $10,000 on production before you know what works? Why go all in on something when you haven't even validated the idea yet? With these video creation tools, you can test 10 different concepts with AI, run small ad spends, find the winner with data, and then you bring out the big cameras. And like, this is how you position yourself to the client. Let's test with AI first, validate what converts, then we'll produce the winner. You see, clients love this because it basically just removes all of the risk. It's super powerful. And the next one isn't a tool, it's just a concept, but it's AI powered ad creation and content creation at scale. So here's the beautiful thing about leveraging AI. If you're constantly updating its knowledge base with what's working, with what's not, then the AI is just gonna get better and better. So the more that you use it, the better it gets. It compounds. So you can use AI to find winning ads or organic videos in just minutes by utilizing the deep research feature. But you take the one winning video and then you create 50 different variations that are similar, different hooks, different CTAs, different bodies, and overall just different formats. And then you take both of the tools that I mentioned above to create content at scale based off of the things that are actually working. So you now have this powerful system that does majority of the work for you. So you're not just a videographer anymore, you're their performance marketing partner. So a vendor says the videos are done, here's my invoice. And the revenue partner says, hey, listen, based on last month's data, here's what we learned. These 3 videos drove 60% of your leads. So let's double down on this style. And then let's test these 5 new concepts next month. You see, when you own the results and not just the deliverables, you become irreplaceable. Alrighty, let's move on to the last one. And this one's a massive game changer. Honestly, they're all game changers. So let me tell you a quick story. When I primarily ran a short form content agency called Just Create Studio, and I created ads for my clients, I would get my clients millions of views, like leads were pouring in, followers were pouring in. But here's the problem. My clients still weren't making money off of my services. They just couldn't see the ROI. And you want to know why? It wasn't because the videos weren't good. It's because they had no system to handle all of that traffic. You see, most business owners are too busy. They don't have the time to respond to every DM, every comment, every lead form. And by the time they get around to it, the hot lead is just ice cold. You see, there's something called speed to lead, which basically means the quicker that you interact and respond to this lead, the more likely they're going to become an actual customer. Like if you respond within 5 minutes, you're golden. If you wait 15 minutes, your conversion rates can literally drop by more than 70%. Think about it. Somebody watches your client's videos, they're excited, they reach out, then nothing. 10 minutes later, they've literally scrolled past 50 other pieces of content and have completely forgot why they were actually interested. And this is where the AI appointment setters literally become your secret weapon. You see, most videographers think that their job ends when they deliver the video. I get you views and leads, my job is done, which is great. But revenue partners, like we actually make sure that those leads turn into actual customers. So here's how AI appointment setters actually transform your service. They work 24/7, so they never miss a lead. They respond instantly, they qualify prospects for you, and they book calls for you or for your clients. And they've actually have gotten really good over the last few months. And like just things like this is what separates you from every other videographer. And look, there's nothing wrong with just being a videographer. You see, my main purpose on this channel is just helping other videographers make more of an impact inside of their clients' business. So if you love just making videos, then continue doing that. But if you love making videos, but you also want to make an impact inside of your client's business, you want to get them tangible results, then this will take you to the next level. You see, a vendor will just say, hey, this video got you 10,000 views. A revenue partner will say, hey, we generated 47 qualified leads this month, 12 sales calls, and here's the projected revenue based off of your close rate. And we did that all by using our videos. So like you see the difference, you're not just creating content, you're owning the entire customer journey for them. Now there's multiple ways to set this up. Option one is you can just use Go High Level's built-in system. So like if you're just starting out, I recommend going with Go High Level's appointment setter. It's already built out. You just need to make sure that you prompt it correctly. It's simple, it's effective, and it gets the job done. Option two is you build your own custom AI setter. For example, I have my own AI setter and we fed it all of my business's information, case studies, testimonials, frequently asked questions, basically everything to create the knowledge base. And the AI pulls custom responses based on the lead situation. So when somebody says, I'm interested, but I'm worried about the price, for example, the AI just doesn't give some generic response. The AI will pull from the knowledge base and pull a relevant case study of somebody in their exact situation or very similar situation. So it's actually pretty cool. But again, if you're just starting out, go with Go High Level. It's funny, my AI setter actually booked a call with somebody last week and I looked at the conversation and it was all in Spanish, which is actually crazy because the lead responded in Spanish. So I had no idea my setter can do this, but the setter had literally a whole conversation with this person in Spanish and we booked a call with them. mean, like, that's just pretty cool to see. But going back to the main point, here's the thing. The more of the process that you own, the harder it is to replace you. Because when you're just a video guy, you're easy to cut. But when you're the person driving their revenue, when you're the person who actually owns the whole customer journey, like, you're essential. You create the content strategy, you produce the videos, you manage the ad creatives, you handle the lead capture, you qualify and book appointments. Like, you're driving businesses forward. At that point, you're not just a vendor. You're basically their outsourced CMO. Like, if you really think what it would cost the business to hire in-house for basically all of that, they'd have to hire an editor, they'd have to hire a videographer, they'd have to hire a media buyer, they would have to hire an appointment setter. Like, that's almost $10,000 in just payroll, maybe even more. But you're doing it for half the price. So there's a lot of value in there. Look, every tool that I've shown you today serves one purpose, which is transforming you from an expense to a valuable investment. Brand strategy. AI makes you think like a high-level consultant. Content. AI helps you create like a professional marketer. Performance tools helps you optimize like a growth hacker. And appointment setters lets you own results like a revenue partner. And if you stack all of those together, I mean, think about how valuable you are. And this is the biggest opportunity, because if you think about it, just 2 years ago, it required a full team to deliver this amount of value. And now you can do all of this yourself with an editor and a tech VA and of course AI. So instead of worrying about if AI will replace you, like, learn how to harness its power. Learn how you can leverage it to literally 10x your value. Because the question is, will AI change the video industry? It already has. The question is, will you use AI to level up, or is it going to leave you behind? But anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.